It's going to head towards the courts. It
Yeah.
seems like there's no other option. But right now, we're now up to 14 sheriffs who say they will not enforce this ban. They say it's unconstitutional, and the governor's office says those sheriffs are violating their oaths. One day after Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the Protect Illinois Communities Act into law, some state law enforcement leaders are already refusing to enforce it. The sheriffs in more than a dozen counties, including Kankakee, Grundy, and McHenry, released similarly worded statements Wednesday, saying the assault weapons ban violates the Second Amendment. Kankakee Sheriff Mike Downey writing, "Therefore, as the custodian of the jail and chief law enforcement official for Kankakee County, neither myself nor my office will be checking to ensure that lawful gun owners register their weapons with the state, nor will we be arresting or housing law-abiding individuals that have been charged solely with non-compliance of this act."
So they're basically saying that their own reading of the U.S. Constitution trumps the General Assembly's view of the U.S. Constitution as reflected in the assault weapons ban.
IIT law professor Harold Krent says ultimately this fight will have to be decided by the courts.
Either a decision that the assault weapons ban is inconsistent with the Second Amendment, therefore should not be enforced, or a judgment that it is consistent, in which case the sheriff really has no leg to stand on.
The governor's office responding to the sheriffs, saying that anyone who advocates for law and order and then refuses to follow the law is in violation of their oath of office, echoing his remarks after he signed the ban.
There are, of course, people who are trying to politically grandstand, who want to make a name for themselves by claiming that they will not comply. But the reality is that the state police is responsible for enforcement, as are all law enforcement all across this state, and they will, in fact, do their job, or they won't be in their job.
And this law is already headed for the courts. The group Federal Firearms Licensees of Illinois tells me they'll be filing for an injunction early next week as they fight the ban. So there's a lot more to come here, guys, on multiple fronts.